One. Hey, everybody, it's Holly on that Path to Wellness on the Facebook Opry page. Tonight is special. I got a few guests on, two online and one on the phone. But the most exciting thing about tonight is that we're kicking off the September Recovery Month events. And we're going to share with you one of the first events that's coming up, Unity in the Community. It's taking place in Espanola. So I want to welcome Mr. Zamora. Thank you for being with us tonight. On the phone, we have Mr. Roger Montoya.
Very good to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
You bet. And of course, our program manager, Militia.
Hey, everybody, and what an honor it is to be here tonight, especially with Nico Zamora, Opry Advisory Board Member, CPSW, and of course, our representative, Mr. Montoya on the phone. Shout out, and how awesome Rio Arriba County is going to have an event, Unity in the Community. Really, it fits. Unidad en la comunidad, right, Floyd?
Yes,
I remember
ma'am.
the day he picked that theme. So I'm excited, very excited.
I love the theme, and that was one of the questions I wanted to ask you. How'd you come up with your theme?
It was a no-brainer. It was, how we as CPSWs have actually lived here, worked here, and given back here. And so we've always thought the same way. We've always thought, we came back to our home turf. We actually wanted to give back in recovery. And so we've been doing this Unity in the Community for a while. And we just wanted people to know that there's possibilities of recovery here. There's all kinds of resources that you can get here. And we've been doing this for a while. We've been really trying to just help our community out and do the best we can as CPSWs, boots on the ground type of deal, and just giving back. Part of my recovery, right?
I hear you. No, I hear you. That's when you're in the good part of your recovery, when you're starting to give back. So let's talk about when Unity in the Community is going to take place. I have September 4th from 10 to 2. Can you tell me where it's going to be?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
It's going to be at a place called Moving Arts Espanola,
Okay.
a nonprofit that serves youth and young people through the arts. It's a holistic center aftercare program for about 450 kids and families. And so it's a perfect setting. It's on the tribal community of Oke Owinge Pueblo. If ever driven to Taos, look for the big tent. It looks like a circus tent. It'll put the murals on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
An outdoor tent, lots of colored flags, and about 150 people at this community event.
Wow. So you're expecting a big crowd. And wow. And I hear you're going to be serving food there too. So the Sikh community, I understand, is going to serve food, a lunch. So be sure and give them those numbers so that they're prepared for the big crowd. That's great that you're going to pull that many people out to your event. That's so important. I'm thrilled to hear that.
Unity in the Community is the name of the theme. Anytime a community faces challenges, the only way to solve them is through collaboration. Familia. It's lo más importante. And so we have beautiful relationships with the county and the city and multi-agencies, from Delancey Street to the Santa Fe Mountain Center to Pathway Shelter and the new Darren's Place, which Nico can tell you all about. It's a new residential treatment center. Take it away.
I've heard about Darren's Place. Tell me a little bit about that, Nico.
It's a great place. I love working with it. This is one of the places that, as a CPSW, I am actually what they don't call us CPS, they call us providers. So we work with clinicians. We actually, do assessments with clinicians. I actually work with probably 30 to 40 people a day. I start the process of working in recovery, moving them forward. It gives me a ground basis where I can actually build a foundation of recovery for our clients and work from there. And it's a great place. They have behavioral health. They got substance use help. I love it. I love it. It's just something that I was designed to do as a CPSW.
Nice.
So Holly,
yes.
So Holly, we're here on the Facebook Live page, guys. Mr. Montoya, Floyd. So right now, Also, I would like to give a shout out to all the piers in northern New Mexico and across the state that Floyd is going to have the blue vests, guys, and the bandanas. So as Opri's part is, we're going to be going to as many events as we can and distributing these blue vests. So if you're a certified peer support worker and looking for some volunteer work that day, come out and help. Come out and help unity in the community. And let me tell you, when I pass by on my motorcycle and I see that mural all the time, because we take the high road to Taos all the time, it's there, and you can't miss that beautiful mural that you're talking about, Mr. Montoya, and those flags. And it's right across that gas station, right there on Tribal Community. So we will be providing the Opry vests. We'll also be providing the bandanas that went off so well. Although in the past events, those recovery is possible, path to wellness this year is the theme across the state. And we're really excited to make it to your event, your guys' event soon. And it's on the 3rd, right? On the 4th, September 4th.
On the 4th, and then Barrios Unidos, another place in Chimayo, will have theirs the next day. So they're actually going to attend ours as well. So we will attend theirs. I mean, this is the thing, guys.
That is great. Where did Nico go?
I don't know. He just disappeared, didn't he? He'll come back, perhaps.
And, I would love to speak a little bit about the peer network.
Okay.
Worked in this valley for 30 years, primarily with youth and prevention. There's nothing more powerful than a voice of lived experience, and that's what impresses me so much. People who have struggled and come through recovery have a remarkable body of evidence about how to move, how to build trust, and that's the critical missing link when you're trying to lend a hand to somebody that's in the trenches to find their pathway forward. So I am 100% behind this notion of the peer support network and that Opry does as a state legislator in one of the most troubled counties in our state and perhaps in the nation when you're dealing with drug issues, crime, poverty. It's been a remarkable tool. So that's really the essence of this unity in the community. It's about recovery. It's about healing and prevention. It's going to be very youth-based. We're going to have a bunch of youth there speaking about why it's important to stay on a track of positivity. And if you do happen to be system involved, there's a hand and a way forward for you as well.
Thank you. Thank you for that shout out, sir. Talk to us about talk to us about your guys' agenda. What does it look like during your day?
The first thing is a CPSW discussion, I know. So they're going to spotlight peers, which makes my heart warm. And then it looks like prevention and healing recovery panel. What's that going to be like?
That's going to be a youth-centered panel. We're going to have juvenile justice providers. Judge Lydiard will be there. We'll have a probation officer, a family, a youth who dodged the bullets in a troubled setting and is graduating college, and a youth who has had system involvement but is on the recovery path. And I just think that, families that will be coming up and families that will be listening, because it'll be live streamed as well, are going to need to know and relate to this panel, because it's really at the core of supporting our young people and the families that love them and oftentimes don't have tools or the connections or the know-how to get the help they need.
Right.
The purpose of that central panel. It'll be followed by a beautiful lunch, a tostada lunch by the Sikh community in Sombrillo. It's one of the largest in the nation. And their tradition is called seva. And that means that they live to feed and nourish people. That's their tradition of service. It's a beautiful thing. And they said, we'll do the tostada. So they're going to do about 150 beautiful vegetarian tostadas, but with delicious salsa and beautiful drinks and agua fresca with fruta, melon, piña, sandia. And then we will follow it with a legislative roundup. We're going to have the two chairs of the Health and Human Services Committee Senator Ortiz Pino and Representative Christine Trujillo, both from Albuquerque. I will also serve on that panel. We're also going to have Andrea Romero, representative, and Senator Leo Jaramillo. And the purpose of this piece is to really listen to the community, give some thoughts on what we're going to be proposing in legislative form in the coming years. But really, we are the representatives of the people. And if we don't hear directly from the people, we cannot legislate properly. So that's this intersectionality that I'm purposely putting in place there. And I think it's going to be a beautiful closing moment for the afternoon. In the evening at 8 o'clock, we're going to have a candlelight vigil with the 2 quilt panels that honor over 25 people who have struggled and passed, unfortunately, due to recovery issues and incarceration. And there'll be live music and candlelight, and it's just going to be a wonderful, wonderful full day's event.
Gosh, it sounds really lovely. I'm really excited to go.
So am I.
Yeah, thanks for setting it all up. I can't wait to join you. The question is, do you need any volunteers to help set up or break down? Because I know an event like that, I've been involved in plenty of them, and it takes a lot of work. And I just wonder if you've got the hands that you need on deck.
We will need helpers.
Okay.
Probably 8 to 10 at the most, but if we get more, we'll put them to work. There will be a tent, a large tent put up by Santa Fe Party Rental, so we don't have to do anything with that. But we're doing the tent because of COVID. We looked ahead and thought we're gonna need to be outdoors. So masks will probably be prescribed, and just to be extra safe, we want people to be ready to participate and to walk up to the event. The Moving Arts facility has 17,000 square feet of beautiful studio spaces and art by children. And there's a kitchen and an auditorium that seats 250 people. We were going to do the event indoors. So people will be able to tour Moving Arts. It's an award-winning center. Back in 2019, we were awarded the most visionary aftercare program in the world by CNN Heroes.
Yay!
Yes, I remember that. That is.
I think I remember that as well. Yeah, that's great.
So Holly, the chat box it's blowing up. So just our friends are saying hello, everyone. Nico, let's go, brother. Holly and Militia, hola. Floyd, everybody loves you, Floyd. Thank you all. I know if Mr. Montoya would be on and his face, then we would have like thousands here. Miss Ronnie, all your peers are here. Here's the time to ask, Floyd. We need volunteers, family.
I need volunteers, family. Please.
Kimberly Bergen, hello, everyone.
Just even to share your experiences at some point, just going around, letting people know that recovery is possible for anybody and that we can all move forward in this as a community. That's the whole point behind this, guys.
Exactly.
Mr. Go ahead.
Cap off, it's called Unity in the Community. It will be September 4th, Saturday, 10 to 2 for the main program and a wonderful tostada lunch. In the evening at 8 o'clock at sunset, a candlelight vigil with live music and beautiful, beautiful sentiment. We will have Delancey Street, Ori Recovery, Santa Fe Mountain Center, the Espanola Pathway Shelter, and so many more. Barrios Unidos, the folks from Pojoaque are coming up to support us. This is a whole month of vital programming around recovery and the potential of the aspiration of rehabilitating our people. We have to do it con gusto or con familia.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Well, I can't think of a better event to kick off Recovery Month podcast on this stream page here. And so I really want to thank you guys for coming out tonight and sharing with us your event. It sounds awesome. I can't wait. September 4th, I'll be there. And I'm inviting people from all over New Mexico. If you've never been to the beautiful Espanola Valley, now's the time to come. This would be a great event. Sounds like you can meet people from all other communities too, all the surrounding communities. So thank you so much, Representative Montoya. Nico, I appreciate you showing up tonight and telling us like it is. And Militia, as always, I appreciate you.
Can I say
For
one more
anybody,
thing about this?
sure.
Can I say one more thing about this event? We will be blasting this flyer all over our social media, Facebook, on the recovery communities in New Mexico, and let's give them a big shout out too, as they did all the mini grants around the state for our peers to apply and receive this awesome funding, so that they could put on just an amazing event for their respective communities, and with the help, of course, of the communities and many other stakeholders, right? So let's give them a shout out. And yes, we will be sharing this on our newsletter, on our OPRI newsletter. And I see that Nathan and Patrick are on the chat, and if they could please put the Facebook website, the Facebook like on there, and also the website to the Network of Care, so that folks can subscribe to our newsletter, so that they can see all of the amazing events. But like you said, September 4th, it's the second one, because I believe that Socorro's is September 3rd. So we have 3 back to back. Socorro the 3rd, Unity in the Community, September 4th. This one is September 4th, and then Barrios Unidos, September 5th. Yay!
Nice. It
It's gonna
should be
a fun
great.
September.
I just want to remind everybody to like our Facebook page, and if you do so, you'll get a live notification. So anytime we broadcast this program, you'll find out about all the other events in the other parts of the state. And please share that with your community people. Oh, I love it. We got a Hope Dealer t-shirt in the picture. I love that. Hope Dealer. That's hilarious. That's great. Well, good night, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up. And we'll see you out there on September 4th in Espanola.
Absolutely.
Good night.
Thank you very much. Good night. God bless everybody.
Okay. Mr. Montoya went off.